Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go. We're gonna go to the Fortress of Meropide. Oh, what's this? Mail? Oh, okay. Let me check it. Ooh, what's this? Okay. Actually, while we're here, we might as well. Wait, is our... No, it's already. It looks like I have some ingredients that need processing. Oh no, that have finished processing. So we might as well go over here. We might as well go to the Adventurers Guild and just claim, I believe we've probably done enough random things to like earn our daily commissions. At least I presume that's why the little thing is glowing in the corner. Let's claim the sugar that I wanted. Okay. Okay, so if we're going to claim our commissions, we might as well switch to the party that I'm trying to build friendship with, who are over here. Here we go. Called Friend Boost. And then we're going to go to Kiss, and we're going to claim this. Yep, there we go. Anyone's friendship go up? No, but that's okay. And then we can claim our commissions while we're here. Ooh, Jans has gone to level 9. That's good. Okay, let's see. Venti's halfway through level 7. Escoffier halfway through level 5. Bennett's almost at 9. And Janssen's just hit 9 as well. So that's going well. That is going well. We're making good progress there. Okay. So let us switch to the tiny team, and specifically Siegeween, because we're going to go back to the Fortress of Meropide, and I believe Siegeween is the best one for the job. Okay, in we go. Okay, where's the quest? Nope, that's not the quest button. This is the quest button. This one. Okay, we need to go to the Duke's office. Okay. Come out and face me, Wriothesley. Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations? What did you do to my sister? I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness. Stop joking around. Where did you take my siblings? I've also heard your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head. Is he trying to trick me into turning my back? Oh, turning my head? No, he said we're not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. Oh wow, Linny was very worried. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused Kaiko's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. Oh, this guy looks a bit shocked. Either he wasn't expecting to get called out, or he had no idea. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks. There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meropide is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues. You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape, so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Femine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages? One correction, Lynette is in my hands right now, but Femine is not. He's not? What do you really want? Linny! Oh, wonderful, everyone is here, so I only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me. Where are Lynette and Femine? Eager and to the point, Kaiko, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the Fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Femine should also have returned to the fortress by now, but he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into kind of custody, so where do you think he may be right now? Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea? I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world, that's all. Femine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right? No, we're still here, so he'd definitely try and find a way to come back for us, so we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface. But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linny is a great magician, but it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meropide, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish. You've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress. Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I'll be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. Once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linny, the card stacked against you right now, Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me. You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience? But if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse. Why do you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meropide? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person. Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame after all. I've amassed quite the tea collection, and I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Nivelet and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts. Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her. People really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the Fortress's secrets? Mr. Linny, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse... Linny, why do you have to do this? Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fitui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress, then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremley left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets from right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you. I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us. 6. 5. Wait, 2. 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linny. Wriothesley. Negotiations are broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea. Please wait. Can we really not talk about this some more? Yeah, listen to Kaiko. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us? You do realise I'm only letting you go because of Nivelet, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws. Please spare Fremine and Lynette. I want to say Fremine and Lynette too. I want to save them too. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found? I'll ask you 3 questions, answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row? I can't believe he's asking about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest during lunch hour on the third day, you'll find a portion of strange meat in your welfare meal. It's a good thing we've already run through a thorough investigation on this. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. I should be able to find an answer if I can piece everything together. If you break the hidden rules of the production zone, your welfare meal might contain some strange meat. Okay, okay. This is, I've been told the infirmary is always empty for half an hour. Monteroti's struggling. Siegeween. Fonta. Ooh. Okay, so this is going to be all the Siegeween ones. Select clue. And then select clue. And this one as well. Incorrect? What do you mean incorrect? Okay, didn't like... Okay, well, I can submit Siegeween. And Siegeween! Maybe you have to do them in the right order. Okay. Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work for 3 days. Paimon's got her glasses back out. People are not supposed to work for 3 days in a row. And if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first, we thought the strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Siegeween, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Siegeween visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use a stamina boost. Siegeween has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track? Not bad, you've uncovered Siegeween's secret, and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. Alright, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancratian ring, including the one you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that? The hidden rules of the Pancratian ring, I remember, if someone tries to support both boxes at the same time, they'll receive a package the next morning which contains a strange blood-coloured liquid. We've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I found and come up with the correct answer. Also, I was so right about Siegeween. This one, I bet, is because this is a strange new product they were working on, and they think that if you want to spend all your money, you don't know how coupons work, and then you want to buy this. Not like that. Is it back in a strange blood-coloured fluid? Yes. Okay. Who sent the package? Well, it's going to be... what's this? Okay, and what's this one? And then what's this? Great, this is this strange trial. And then coupons. And then this one. Maybe this one. And then this one. Okay, I think I put them in the wrong order. Okay, I didn't like that one, but they did like only idiots would buy Fonta. Okay. Oh, it says at the top who sent the package. That's Fonta. Okay, and then this one is why does it look the way it does, and it's this one about the new product. Okay, you had to do them in the right spots. My bad. Okay. Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was something to be afraid of. The hidden rule of the Pancratian ring is about how people are not supposed to bet on both boxes at the same time, and if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange blood-coloured liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fonta trial product. A blood-red drink, is no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to Fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancratian tournament so they could push their new product, but the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fonta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks. I acknowledge the efforts you put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words, I made to reconsider my collaboration with the company. Alright, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all her patients in the infirmary? I don't think we know this one. We haven't collected enough info to answer that question. Stop your cruel and pointless games, Wriothesley. You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind. Linny! Don't attack him! I don't think he's gonna kill them. You'll pay for this. It's gonna get... Ah! Ooh. She just got shot. Linny, are you alright? Oh, close one. I owe you, Seedween. That was a fantastic shot. Oh, it's Seedween! I thought that was going to be, Clarant. Oh! It was nothing, Your Grace! Seedween! I thought that was a bubble gun. I guess not. Seedween? This gun made it like a toy is actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated. Seedween, are you his accomplice in all this? Not at all. I'm merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Neuvillette asked me to come here, he told me my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I'm merely discharging my duties. And if you mean what you just said, then isn't Lily someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us? If you're close with Neuvillette, why not learn a thing or two about virtue from him? I really am just doing what Monsieur Neuvillette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right, Your Grace? By proving my innocence to them? My dear Seedween, whatever shall I do with you? Would I have killed you to just wait another minute or two? Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time? Take them if you want, but let them go. How touching. Can you just give me one more minute? Don't be like that, Your Grace. Alright, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Seedween, I'll leave Miss Lynette in your care. What are you doing? I believe I heard footsteps. The door suddenly stands open, a familiar figure bursts into the room. Your face, please. Ah, Miss Clarant, my door. Fremine! Fremine! What's going on? What is Clarant doing here? Work. Okay. I am sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linny. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though. What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this? These symptoms, it can't be. A flushed face, accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater. Huh? What did you just say? Please make some space. I need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you. I'll talk to Clarant while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait. Try to understand the situation of the people around you. Well, Seedween. Tell me what's going on, Seedween! Linny's expression looks disgusted. It seems like he'd rather not have Seedween touch Fremine. Still, he didn't stop her, since it's obvious that Fremine does require urgent medical care. Seedween's examining Fremine carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Fremine will be okay. How is he? These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry, I'm aware the infirmary may not be your favourite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however. Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen? Please look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me. Where is she? How is she right now? Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but it's Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her. He's finally begun to stop tensing the muscles on his face. It seems that he trusts what Cedrine just said. Okay, he doesn't want to talk. Fremine can't talk. Oh no! Fremine, what are you doing ingesting large amounts of seawater? What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back. I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Cedrine may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there? The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad, but if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy is doing. Where was he when you found him? The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes, a good distance into the water. Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back. Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved too. Well, I did try to convince them I had my reasons. Never seems to work though. He'd probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who has good intentions even when the outcomes are all terrible. It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case in Neuvillette. Want some tea? Not particularly. If you want to drink some tea that badly, just say so. Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it? Might as well then, I suppose. Ashley, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair. Linny, are you okay? I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me. Are you sure? You don't look alright. My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot. I'm back, everyone! Linny, Kaiko, Paimon, you're here too. Fremine, is he... He'll be fine, but for now, please help me lift him up. Linny and Annette immediately come to lift Fremine up. With their help, Fremine also manages to swallow a dose of Cedrine's medicine. Fremine? His breathing's beginning to slow down. Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary. Yeah, I'll take it from this side, Lynette, together. On it. Kaiko, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us? Very well. The Duke and Clan are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clan will need a break since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea. Clan saved Fremine from the sea. Just what happened there? Okay. Interesting. Are they up here? I mean, oh, they are! Hello. Could I tempt you with some sugar for your tea? No need. Well, they really are just making tea. I like it. I like it. Okay. Let's see. Where's the closest waypoint? Here's the closest waypoint. Okay. Okay. Where are we going? Oh, over here. Go on, Cedrine. Okay. Here we are. He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel? Lynette. We're all here. Where am I? The infirmary at the Fortress of Meropide. Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it. Kaiko, Paimon, it's been so long. The sea! There's something wrong with the seawater. Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered. No, listen to me. This is really serious. It's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. What happened after you snuck into the pipes? Pipes? Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. Are these the pipes that we snuck around in? Is this how we got Caterpillar and Lenoir out of the fortress? I think so. Okay, we Fremine sneaking around in the pipes. I'm in. I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be? Okay. Well, down we go. Oh, this is the different pipe, not the one we snuck them out of. We snuck them out of the one at the bottom. This is the one we kept trying to sneak them out of, but it kept not working because the game would say no. We're like in this section, I believe. This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? Ah, I see. Now we can climb up here. Oh, no, I don't want it to go down. I want it to go back up. Okay, well, let's do it again. Okay, then I guess we need to rotate it. So we gotta find the next wheel. Oh, we can go this way. Ah, here's a wheel. It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. Okay, you can't turn it this way. How are you meant to turn it the other way, though? Oh. Try to adjust it. Oh, I see. We gotta drop it down. And then we gotta go like this. Aha! And now we should be able to lift it up. Aha! Okay. And now we're in here. Ooh! Ooh, a tunnel. This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Tower probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well. Oh, hello. Smoke light. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Why do I have a lot of children in my profile? Are you talking about the thing? I don't know how to get it up because I'm in the middle of a thing, but are you talking about the tiny team? Anyway, let's continue down here. Let's see. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them. And recently, I should be going in the right direction. The traces here too. I need to keep going. The traces are gone, but I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait, what the... My heart is racing and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good, I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. Oh no! We're glowing purple. Return to shore quickly. Okay. Let us go. Oh, hello! I don't know how you say that. Nifkle? Hello! Welcome! Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. Oh my gosh, Fremine's dying. Whoops! I got a bit distracted there, but hello, welcome! Okay, I can't die here. Ugh. This is bad, I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on. Oh no, Fremine! Well, good thing Clarant came. Yeah, this was definitely planned. I wonder if I could have got to the surface if I'd run quicker. But he's here now. So in other words, the trail you're following vanished and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone, but there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to. That's right, I tried my best to swim back, but I already put some distance between myself and the fortress. I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out sometime after that, and you know the rest. Miss Clarant brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you. Miss Clarant, you say? I must go thank her in person. You're still too weak, Fremine. You can go after you've had some more rest. Miss Annette is right. I believe Miss Clarant will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to worry. A guest? Then I can assume Wriothesley was the one who invited her to come down here. You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me. Got it. I'll go talk to him. Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Want to come with us, Lily? No, please go without me, Kaiko. I don't want to leave just yet. Lily? The logical part of my brain is aware we are safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you were just in danger. Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while. In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. Kaiko and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed. Thank you. Ooh. I'm so sorry, Linny. I'm also really sorry, Linny. I should have been more careful. Don't say that. It was all my fault. I was the one who should have been more careful. You two were nearly... If I was stronger, maybe I would have already found Master Child. No, how can you say that? I'm sorry. What I'm hearing is we all dropped the ball at some point during the mission, so the responsibility falls on all of us. Isn't that right? Yeah, that's right. It's on all of us. Linny, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well, so please don't blame yourself. We want you to keep your spirits up. Yeah. I got distracted looking at all of their visions. So Fremene's is like on this hip. There. And then Lynette's is in her hair bow, and Linny's is like behind his back. Oh, this is what I was trying to say. Are you talking about this? The fact that my little profile thing is the tiny team? That's just because I like the tiny characters. They're so cute. And these are my best characters. We just put all the tiny team there. Just the tiny team. See? Tiny team. Tiny team. And they work very well. Anyway, we're gonna go be Siege Queen. Actually, you know what? While we're here, it's just... Klee and Siege Queen's health is a little bit low. So let me just... Oh, probably help if we did this too. Oh, never mind, Siege Queen fixed it. Okay, let's go to the Duke's office with Siege Queen to talk to Wriothesley. And then we can see what's going on, because I don't know. Sounds a bit terrible. But that's okay. Excuse me. I take it Mr. Fremene's condition has stabilized. Of course, I would not have left the infirmary otherwise. I've been expecting these two, but might I inquire as the purpose of your visit, Miss Siege Queen? I wanted to check up on Miss Clarant. How are you feeling? Mostly fine, I think. If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes. Alright, thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now then. Well, want to explain yourself, Wriothesley? Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten? Please enlighten us as much as you'd like. But where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most. Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Linny's goals from the very beginning? No, I just knew that they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation. You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do? They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behaviour signals. Well, why didn't you stop them? Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Charles' disappearance. Then he suggested I deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer. So you're hoping Linny's group would just do your work for you? You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremene has told you already. The ratio of primordial seawater around the Fortress of Meropide is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into the investigation after running into him. I began to investigate out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters. Oh, intervene. Okay. Are the rumors true that you're also a former criminal? Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as a manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison. I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates, that's all. Alright, I wanted to ask, who invited Clarant down here? Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some fieldwork. As a champion duelist, Miss Clarant can be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me through the impending crisis. And saving Fremene was part of that crisis? You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already. So the Forbidden Zone really exists? What's inside of it? That's something you should be asking after. Nivelette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. I thought you didn't know. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremene. But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time you answer our last question in return? You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly? I mean, yeah, I guess so. And yeah, Paimon really wants to know. Even if the truth may not be pleasant. Yes? Follow me. Oh, is the Forbidden Zone under the infirmary? Okay, where did he go? Oh. Yes, I guess it is boss time. But mid-quest, but if anyone wants to do boss time, do let me know. Ooh, staircase. There's a hidden door here and a whole basement behind it. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Wriothesley. Seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meropide is. Into the tunnel! Okay. Well, this is like a lift. Stand on the central plate. Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! Down we go. Once everyone's taken their positions on the circular plate, it begins to slowly move downwards. This is the Forbidden Zone. Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special. And that is... What a huge door! There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside, hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything? I think it depends on what you tell us. If you tell us not to... Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them. Well, I'd advise you to wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them. Okay. Okay, but what are you gonna show me? There's 3 isolation gates. Are there 3 forbidden zones, or is this the singular forbidden zone then? Is one under the infirmary, one here, and I don't know what the third one would be. So there's a switch on the side. Stand back. Oh, it's probably the one that we saw in the pipes. Whoa, they all just went up one by one. What's that in the middle of the room? Go on, have a look. This room is really empty with nothing in it, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate. I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meropide. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it would also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on the dashboard haven't budged since the day I first laid eyes on this place, but over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking? The water pressure, the temperature. I bet it's the primordial seawater, because that keeps coming up. The water pressure. Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that and the symptoms that Fremini displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby. The concentration of primordial seawater, but we're already under the sea. And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising. Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea? Yes, that's very likely. But forget about the 2 of us, not even Nuvolette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh! Seems like you figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath the sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly and is now very close to us. The indicators are now red, although the gate still stands, the primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all. And if the primordial sea is leaking through, if this gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it. Yeah, you know what the legend says, if this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night. But that's just too weird. Why would the Fortress of Meropide be built right above the sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway? Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer maybe exceedingly boring. No, it probably is part of a big conspiracy. It's just the secret of the Forbidden Zone has been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meropide in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydra Archon, Agaria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent and pray to the Hydra Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydra Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydra Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down here in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydra Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing even larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. As time went on, people also realized the fortress was a lonely place. Once they'd gotten used to life there, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left, and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now, they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontanian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers managed to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he made it all up. But now you know, every part of that history is true. Indeed, it's just as the prophecy says, if this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea. Do you believe in prophecies? To be frank, not really, but sadly that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third. So as the Duke of Meropide, just what do you plan to do about it? Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again, and have a great day.